It's a top story on virtually every global news channel. The Israel-Palestine escalation is completely overshadowing the fighting between Russia and Ukraine, not to mind the various conflicts and political crises in Africa. For those promoting peace on the continent, the need for international attention and assistance is great.
On the African continent, we've seen a spike in the number of terrorist attacks in Mali, Burkina Faso, and of course in Niger. We seem not to be paying attention to that, coupled with other issues that should have been in the news headlines. So surely what is happening in Gaza is taking away all the attention. But I do hope that we equally attach a great deal of importance to other humanitarian issues in other parts of the world.
Meanwhile, analysts also fear that militants across Africa might try to take advantage of the situation in the Middle East. They say groups such as Boko Haram or Al-Shabaab might use the West's support for Israel to recruit new members and begin new insurgencies.
We might have militants taking advantage of what is happening to stage attacks against Western targets in Africa. We've had a series of demonstrations, not just in Kenya, but in Nigeria and other African countries. The terrorists, especially operating in the Sahel and West Africa region, would use this as an opportunity to recruit people under the pretext that everybody is against Islam, because this plays into the hands of the terrorists.
On the streets of Lagos, many are following the conflict in Gaza and have something to say about it.
Israel should come down on their high horse and let us live in unity as humanity, because the killing of children and innocent civilians is getting out of proportion, getting out of hand.
I think I am indifferent about the whole situation. I'm indifferent, and all I want and all I desire is peace all over the world. We don't have cause to begin to ask for wars all over the world. War between Israel and Hamas could, if care is not taken, generate to world war. So I will appeal to every party, every side, to embrace peace.
Analysts say as long as the conflict rages, it's very unlikely African issues will get much global attention.
You can see that the war in Sudan has gone to the back burner. The Niger crisis, nobody's talking about that any longer. The jihadist attack in Mali, that they have almost overrun the Malian state, nobody's talking about that. So Africa will be the least consideration of the West for now. That calls to question or brings to fore the fact that African problem will only be solved, will only be dispassionately attended to majorly by Africans, because it affects them directly.
For now, a peaceful resolution to the Gaza conflict does not seem to be in sight, and with that, a shift in global attention away from the Middle East seems very unlikely. Many here believe Africa will have to devise its own ways to resolve its own conflicts. Deji Bademasi, CGTN, Lagos, Nigeria.